Welcome back to the TKO show. So today I'm just going to be talking about the NFL games this week and just predicting what I think or who I think is going to win the games and just talking about them a little bit. So starting off with the bye week teams, there is 6 of them. It is the Bengals, Cowboys, Titans, Jets, Panthers, and Texans. So, yeah, honestly, that really doesn't take anything away from this week. I feel like this is a good week for football. But, yeah, starting off with the Thursday night game is Jacksonville versus Saints. Jacksonville's 4-2, and Saints are 3-3. Honestly, I think the Jets can upset Jacksonville here. Actually, I don't want to say upset, but I do think that Jacksonville, they're good, and I've been saying this all season. They're good. They're a lot better than people give them credit for. Now, they're not a Super Bowl contender by any means, but they're still good. But I feel like the Saints the Saints aren't great. They're decent. They have Kamara back. They have Olave, and I'm pretty sure Derek Carr is playing. But yeah. So yeah, I do have the Saints in that one. Moving on to Sunday's games is Raiders versus Bears. Raiders, 100% Raiders. Especially with Justin Fields being out, I don't see any way for the Bears to win this. So yeah, Raiders are winning this. Moving on to the next game, Browns-Colts. Honestly, I don't know who's winning this one because Anthony Richardson is out for the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. He's getting surgery on that shoulder, which is going to put him out for the rest of the season. So Gardner Minshew is playing for him, which honestly, I feel like Minshew is a good alternative. I feel like he is a pretty good quarterback. He's not a Hall of Famer by any means, but he's a competent starter, and I'd feel confident if I was a Colts fan in having Minshew. But especially with the Browns, yeah, their defense is good in my opinion. But that offense, I haven't watched much of the Browns offense recently. Every time that I've tuned into a Browns game, they've been on defense, and I went to a different game. But with Deshaun Watson being out, I don't see how that Browns offense can do anything against the Colts defense. They have a solid defense with DeForest Buckner, and I'm pretty sure Shaq Leonard's back. I'm not 100% on that one. But yeah, I do have the Colts winning this one. I do think it'll be close, though, but Colts are still winning. Next is Bills-Patriots. Oh, Bills. Do I even have to say anything on this? Bills are winning that one 100%. Unless if Belichick can get Brady to come out of retirement for this game, I don't see any way that the Bills win or the Bills lose this game. So, yeah, I'm not saying much on that. Moving on to Washington versus Giants. I don't really know how this one's going to go. I do think that the Commanders have a pretty good team this year. I could see them making a run at the playoffs. They're not as bad as everyone thinks or as bad as their record shows. They're 3-3. Sam Howell has looked really good every time that I watched him. He seems to make his reads quick, has great footwork, is able to know when he needs to escape the pocket. It's been fun to watch. But that defense isn't terrible. They have a pretty competent defense. This isn't the old Commanders who sucked for years. This is a good, solid, competent team, and it's something that you can build on for the future. But facing the Giants suck. And this is definitely a game that the Commanders would lose, but I don't see them losing it. I do think it'll be a close game, though. I do have the Commanders winning that one. Moving on to Falcons versus Buccaneers. Ooh, this is actually kind of a good game. I haven't seen much of the Buccaneers. Actually, I really haven't seen anything of the Buccaneers, but the Falcons, I've seen some things from them. Desmond Ridder does not seem confident in the pocket, or whenever he throws the ball, he doesn't seem confident, which is something that you don't want to be facing the Buccaneers defense. So yeah, I have the Buccaneers winning that one. The only way that I could see Atlanta winning this one is if Bijan Robinson goes off for 200, 300 yards. Or goes off for 200 yards, sorry. But yeah, I don't really see how the Falcons could win this. So yeah, I do have Buccaneers winning. Moving on to Rams versus Steelers. I don't really know who's going to win this one. If I had to pick, I'd pick... this is a hard one. I'd have to pick the Steelers. Because Rams coming back... Or Rams have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua to throw to. Or Stafford has those two to throw to. But you're facing the Steelers defense, which is arguably the best defense in the league right now. But yeah, I don't see how Stafford can throw against that defense, especially with TJ Watt coming off the edge, getting in your face. I don't see how. I understand Stafford's experience, but I don't see how he can be able to make his reads in time and get the ball off. Especially because from what I can tell, the Rams' offensive line kind of seems shaky. But I'm also interested to see what Pickett does against the Rams defense, because they also have a pretty good defense. But I do think that the Steelers are going to win this one. But yeah, moving on to the next game is Cardinals-Seahawks. Seahawks are winning this. I don't even need to say anything on that. Actually, I will say one thing. Joshua Dobbs is playing better than anyone thought he would. And I saw some reports that Kyler Murray might be coming back. That would be terrible for the Cardinals. Josh Dobbs could at least won you a game. I don't even think Kyler Murray's done that in a while. It's fucking ridiculous if they just hand it back to Kyler Murray. That's why the Cardinals are the Cardinals. So yeah, Seahawks are definitely winning that one. Moving on to Packers-Broncos. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is 100% a game that the Packers would blow. Yeah, I'm kind of scared for this game, especially with it being in Denver. Jordan Love is good. Not good, decent. I don't think he deserves all the hate he's getting, but I have the Broncos winning this one. Just because this is 100% a game that the Packers would blow. This is 100% a game that the Packers would blow, and it's fucking ridiculous. I'm probably going to destroy my TV after this game. Yeah, this is 100% a game that they would lose, especially with Russell Wilson starting to get into his new offense with Sean Payton 6 games into the season. But yeah, I just not much else said on that. Next game is Chargers versus Chiefs. I have the Chiefs winning this one. Honestly, these Chiefs versus Chargers games are always good and always close, so I think it will be a close game, especially with it being in Kansas City, electric environment. I do think that the Chiefs will win, though, mainly because the Chargers have Brandon Staley as their head coach, and he is terrible at making decisions when the game is on the line. And it's Patrick Mahomes. I don't see him losing in Arrowhead. Moving on to the Sunday night game is Dolphins-Eagles. Wow, this is a phenomenal match, or phenomenal game, especially for prime time. Wow. I don't know. In my opinion, two of the best offenses in the league I don't know who's going to win this. I have the Eagles, but I'm not confident in that pick. I don't know who I would pick, mainly because the Dolphins have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and have Tua being accurate as hell and have Tyreek Hill on pace for, I think it was 2,200 yards this season. In week 7, he already has in 6 weeks, I should say, has 814 yards. What the fuck? I am not confident in my pick with the Eagles. I don't know who's going to win this. This honestly might end up in a tie. It just comes down to whose defense can stop who. Honestly, this really just comes down to if the Eagles defense stop Tyreek Hill, and can the Dolphins defense stop Jalen Hurts' quarterback sneak? That's really all it comes down to. Which defense can stop who? Or which defense can stop the unstoppable play, basically. Moving on to the Monday night game is Vikings versus 49ers. I have 49ers winning this one with Kirk Cousins not really have anyone to throw to with Justin Jefferson being out. I will say this does have huge implications on my fantasy team for my money league. I need Christian McCaffrey to play. If he doesn't, I am fucked. But yeah, 49ers are definitely going to win that game. But moving on to the last game, and what I think is going to end up being the game of the week, an underrated game as well, is Lions versus Ravens. I have Lions winning this one, but that Lions defense is great. I don't know how they'll do against Lamar Jackson being able to deal with a dual-threat quarterback, but that Lions team is phenomenal this season. There's not much else to say on that. Like, the Lions are very good this season. Jared Goff is proving that he is a good quarterback, but I have the Lions winning that one. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Peace.